Have you ever had that heart-stopping moment? That split second where the world seems to pause and you lock eyes with a creature from the wild? It's one of the most thrilling experiences life has to offer. It pulls you out of your everyday routine and reminds you that we share this planet with beings that live in a world entirely separate from our own. Each time I see a wild animal, it feels like I'm witnessing a secret, a story unfolding right before my eyes. These moments spark curiosity, but more importantly, they build a deep sense of respect for nature and the delicate ecosystems that these animals call home. One of my most vivid memories of watching wildlife happened during a trip to a dense forest reserve in Nigeria. The air was heavy with the smell of damp earth and fresh leaves. Sunlight streamed through the canopy above, painting shifting patterns on the forest floor. As I walked quietly along the trail, a sudden burst of movement caught my eye. A troop of monkeys was swinging through the branches with incredible grace. Their playful chatter filled the air, and watching them, I was struck by how complex their social world was. Every gesture, every call seemed to have a purpose, like they were speaking a language I couldn't understand but could feel. A little further down the path, I spotted a family of antelopes grazing in a small clearing. The moment they saw me, they froze. Their ears twitched, their eyes wide and alert. It was a humbling experience, seeing their cautious, elegant nature up close. I stood perfectly still for what felt like forever, just trying not to break the spell, appreciating this rare gift of a glimpse into their lives. Observing wildlife like this gives you a front-row seat to the incredible balance of nature. Every creature has a job. You have predators, prey, pollinators, scavengers. They all work together in this intricate web that keeps biodiversity alive. I remember another trip to a riverbank nearby. I noticed a group of crocodiles lounging at the water's edge, their eyes just barely visible above the surface. They looked so still, almost like statues, but I knew they were aware of everything happening around them. They were the perfect embodiment of patience and the raw instinct for survival, perfected over millions of years. These encounters have taught me that you can't just admire wildlife from a distance. When you start to understand their behaviors and their habitats, you develop a real empathy for them. It encourages you to be a more responsible steward of the environment. Watching animals in their natural settings also shatters a lot of myths. You start to see just how intelligent, adaptable, and socially complex they really are. Of course, not all wildlife sightings are planned. Sometimes, the most magical ones are the ones you stumble upon completely by accident. I was hiking near a waterfall once, and I came across a whole colony of colorful birds nesting along the cliffs. The sound was incredible, a symphony of chirping mixed with the roar of the cascading water. I just stood there in awe, trying to take in all the different colors of their feathers, the shapes of their beaks, and the unique ways they flew. Spontaneous moments like that remind you that nature is full of surprises, waiting for anyone who's willing to slow down and just pay attention. Another time, I was driving down a rural road just as the sun was setting. I saw a fox silently crossing a field. Its sleek body moved with such precision and purpose. It disappeared into the shadows so quickly, it was almost like seeing a ghost. That fleeting glimpse left me with a profound sense of wonder, a powerful reminder of the wild that still exists right on the edge of our own world. Every single encounter I've had with a wild animal has taught me something valuable. I've learned about patience, about the power of quiet observation, and about humility. I quickly realized that by moving quietly, respecting their space, and just being aware of my surroundings, my chances of having a meaningful experience skyrocketed. More than that, these moments have cultivated a deep appreciation for biodiversity and the urgent need to protect their habitats from human encroachment. When you see animals in the wild, you also get a powerful lesson in how interconnected life is. Predators depend on prey, birds spread seeds that grow into new trees, and insects pollinate the flowers that feed so many other creatures. It's all one big, beautiful system. Witnessing these interactions firsthand really drives home the responsibility we have to preserve these natural environments for generations to come. It's not just about saving animals. It's about saving the entire system that we are all a part of. The emotional impact of these encounters is hard to put into words. It's a mix of awe, excitement, and deep reflection. When you see animals thriving in their natural habitat, it reminds you of the sheer beauty and resilience of life. I often leave these experiences feeling inspired, thoughtful, and much more in tune with the natural rhythms of the world. These feelings don't just enrich my own life, they fuel a desire to get involved in conservation. When you have a personal connection to the living world, you feel a stronger urge to protect it. Ultimately, seeing wild animals is so much more than just a fun activity. It's a chance to understand life beyond our own human perspective. From the monkeys swinging in the forest canopy to the crocodiles basking by the river, every encounter is a lesson in observation, respect, and empathy. These experiences force us to recognize how crucial wildlife conservation is and what our role is in protecting this planet's natural treasures. By valuing and preserving their habitats, we're making sure that our children and their children will also have the chance to witness the wonder of wildlife for themselves. In the end, every encounter, whether it's a brief glimpse or a long observation, strengthens our connection to the natural world. It's a powerful reminder that humans are just one small part of a complex and beautiful web of life. So, the next time you're out in nature, keep your eyes open. You never know what amazing story is waiting to unfold right in front of you. Observing wild animals is a journey of curiosity, learning, and profound respect. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.